Geek Myths, a novel about life, love, and the pursuit of sonic screwdrivers. Available in paperback and Kindle edition from Amazon.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog Podcast. See, the background noise you can hear right now isn't, by any stretch of the imagination, inside my car. Oh no. Tonight, you've found me at the Halifax pool. My daughter's having her swimming lessons, and I thought I'd spend some time with you. Now, I'm a bit pushed for time this week, so rather than edit, I'm just going to say my piece, and if I stumble over my words, you'll just have to forgive me. I'll get this podcast uploaded as soon as I can, because basically I want to share with you how much I absolutely loved the new Avengers release from Big Finish. Now, I am ridiculously late to the party when it comes to Big Finish Avengers. And just for anybody not living in the UK, when we say the Avengers, we don't mean Hulk, Iron Man and all of that nonsense. We mean Steed, Mrs. Peel, Tara King, Kathy Gale, and the Doctor bloke whose name I always forget. Yeah, because we had the Avengers, and that's what the Avengers really are. They're some posh bloke and his mates fighting crime in a sort of science fiction, sci-fi kind of a lovely world where everyone drinks champagne and is lovely and is slightly upper class, and they've all got weird eccentric jobs, and it was just the best series. And why am I so late to the party? It's because, well, simply put, it's because I absolutely love the Avengers. I love it a little bit too much. Now, bear with me. When Big Finish release a lovely audio that I've seen on TV, like things like Doctor Who, I go, okay, so you've got the original actors, and I love this, so I'll watch this, I'll listen to this, yeah? But when it's somebody not quite the original cast, I'm a bit reticent, a bit backwards and coming forwards. Now, I know they'll have done a decent line with the story. Now, I know also that the Avengers was originally set up on audio to recreate some of the original stories, the ones that are lost, that are missing, right? Now, the actors aren't available anymore. And even if they were, the ones that are still available don't really sound the same, or are massive stars, or both. And you know what? It's just such a major part of my life. Right, I'm going to nail my colours to the mast. I am a Tara King fan. I know, not the most popular of choices, but I'm a big fan. My collection of Avengers DVDs is basically 1967. It's just the Tara King years. Yes, I was a huge fan when I was growing up, and I was far too young to be watching this, of the new Avengers. I've spent years watching other episodes, the Cybernauts, Return of the Cybernauts, The Last of the Cybernauts, get all that, yep, I'm not a problem. But it's the Tara King years with Mother, where it was just a bit more sci-fi, if that's such a real thing, that really, really kept my imagination. So when this turned up in my inbox, I was thinking, you know what? This is meant to be the last ever episode, and it's got Tara King. None of the others had Tara King, and I thought I'll give it a go. And I know it's not Linda Thorson, but Big Finish know what they're doing. I should really just let them go with it, so I did. And you know what? I do not regret this at all. I may be late to the party, but I will so be hanging around for the hors d'oeuvres, if that's even a thing. So what's this one about? Okay, now normally I cut to me in a nice quiet room revealing and reading the synopsis, but I can't be doing that today because I am pushed for time. So here we go, and bear with me if I do mess up. 2 agents are dead. Their murderers sound worryingly familiar. A killer gorilla is on the loose, a deadly disease is ravaging a distant country, and the eminent doctor has been kidnapped. It's all pretty much business as usual, but when John Steed is called in by his old boss and given an appalling task to complete, at the same time as Tara is giving one that's even worse, it becomes clear that the myriad of threads of a terrifying scheme are drawing together. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. Steve won't be able to handle this case alone. The Avengers are needed. All of them. It's written by John Peel and Dave Rogers and has been adapted by John Dorney, directed by Ken Bentley. Now, you've basically just heard a list of people who are very, very good at their jobs. And in your cast, you've got Julian Wadham as John Steed, Olivia Poulet as Emma Peel, Anthony Howell as Dr. David Keel, Lucy Briggs-Owen, no relation, as Carol Wilson, Beth Chalmers, as Kathy Gale, Emily Woodward, I know, Tara King, Christopher Benjamin, nice to have him back, as Mother, Hugh Fraser as Dr. Cowles, Robert Portal as Armstrong, Dan Starkey as more characters than you can shake a stick at, Leighton Pugh, Glenn McCready, and lots of other people. Right. It's a 2-disc set. It's basically 2 big episodes of The Avengers. Now, it's based on a book that came out in the 90s, which was again a celebration of The Avengers. And it's got a cracking little storyline. Yes, from the synopsis you can gather, there's quite a lot of stuff going on. But it all fits together wonderfully. The best similarity I can come up with is to say that it is the Avengers version of the 5 Doctors. It's got everyone in it that you know and love, and like the 5 Doctors, not everyone's being played by who you thought they'd be being played by. Well, in fact, nobody is. It's got familiar villains, familiar voices, familiar storylines. But then again, what you actually want is the interaction between all the characters, separate plot lines, all coming together. Yes, the exposition scene at the end is a tiny bit, well, not laboured, it's just a bit intense. Don't go and make a cup of tea during that. Pay attention, because then you'll go, oh yeah, it all fits, it all works, it all makes sense. So, are the Avengers brilliant? Yes. Are the Avengers brilliant here? Yeah. Will I be listening to this time and time again? Yes, because you know what? If you're in the mood for something that's just light-hearted, but not out-and-out comedy, something that's a bit surprisingly weird, then this is for you. So why not step away from Doctor Who? Because you know what? It's coming back to the TV before you even know it. Let's have something else. Let's have another slice of glorious retro fun. Because the Avengers was always TV at its best. And this is Big Finish at its best. Perhaps I should put that as my little trailer. Anyway, enough rambling. If I can fit the trailer on the end, you'll hear it next. Either way, be seeing you.
Good day, Mrs. Peel.
Dr. Keel, Steed, Tara King, Kathy Gale.
Hello there. It's good to be back.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. The Avengers. Too Many Targets.
You've picked a strange place for a reunion.
It's not up to my usual haunts, I will admit. All of you together. How touching.
Terrible as it is, Miss King, we must accept it. Harrison was killed by John Steed.
It doesn't make sense. Mother, a double agent? I can't believe it.
Assassination? Isn't that a little out of your line?
Mrs. Peel, duck!
I'll take the one on the left.
I'll take the centre, and I can work out the rest.
Just like the old days, Mrs. Peel. The open roads, the roaring Bentley, the quest ahead.
They're on their way.
Then let's put on a show.
Big Finish. We love stories.
Delightful.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.